Hello everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to your October 2025 monthly forecast. So this is just like the beginning of the tape. Your forecast is after this tape. Okay, those of you who are new to my channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. Also, there is information in the description box below. There's a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. There's also a link to my website, and you can also just email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know at zanezodiac@gmail.com. Okay? So, and a special thank you to all my subscribers, okay? Thank you for commenting and sharing and liking and your donations. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. Okay, and also everyone, remember that the weekly forecasts are now daily shorts, and there aren't always aspects between the planets every single day. Okay, so there won't be a video every day. So anyways, hey, special shout out, happy birthday to Libra and Scorpio. So, let's see here. The month starts off with Mercury moving into Scorpio on the 6th, and there's also a full moon on the 6th in Aries. On the 13th, Venus moves into Libra, also on the 13th. Pluto in Aquarius turns direct. On the 21st, there's a new moon in Libra. And on the 22nd, Mercury, that is still in Aries in retrograde motion, falls back finally into Pisces and finishes out its transit in Pisces and then moves into Aries fully at the beginning of next year. Okay. So then also on the 22nd, the sun moves into Scorpio, and on the 29th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius. So now for your forecast. Hi, Taurus. So I guess the big news for you is, since last month, Mars moved into Scorpio, your opposite sign. Okay, where you have Scorpio in your chart is your 7th house. It's directly across from your first house of Taurus, right? First house of personality and self. 7th house being close relationships and partnerships, arrangements and agreements, open enemies, competitions, consulting experts, many, many things. But it's the house of like commitment, agreements, okay? So when Mars is here, usually within one of your close relationships, business, romantic, or friendship, someone gets a little aggressive towards you, a little pushy, trying to get you, let's say if it's somebody you do business with or even a business partner, trying to get you to buy something or run the business a certain way or to make some kind of move or risk or whatever. And romantic, somebody could be trying to push you into a commitment of some kind. The planet Uranus is in Gemini right now. It just retrograded out of your sign into Gemini just for a few months over the summer, and then it's going to fall back into your sign where it can finish up its transit there, okay? And then it fully moves into Gemini in like April. Okay, but you still will have it in your sign at the end of the year. And one of the key words for this planet is freedom. So all kinds of stuff since this planet has been in your sign, about 6-7 years, whatever. You have changed, whether it's noticeable to you, but it's noticeable to everyone else. Usually what it does is this planet brings out the real you, the true you. Okay, so if before, you dressed very conservatively, especially like your hair and whatever, now you could be dressing a little bit wilder. Maybe you have, maybe your hair is a different color, like green or blue or whatever. Anything like that. So this is what could be happening right now is you are, that's still instilled in you. This planet isn't in your sign right now, but that doesn't mean anything. it was there to bring this out of you. So you're never really going to go back to what you previously were. And the people around you in your closest relationships realize that. So they could be trying, maybe you seem like very, very easygoing right now, whatever. And someone may try to talk you into some kind of commitment. If that's not the case, even a friend could try to talk you into doing something, even if it's just going somewhere with them, that maybe you don't even really want to do. But this is when people start acting aggressively towards you, when Mars is in your 7th house, and it will be here all month, okay, into next month, and then the Sun will move into Scorpio at the end of the month. So I'll get into that in a minute, but for now, the Sun is in Libra in your 6th house, okay, up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio, okay, and at the beginning of the month, Mercury is still in Libra up until the 6th, but then it moves into Scorpio on the 6th and is moving kind of fast. It moves into Sagittarius on the 29th, okay, but I'll cover that next month because it's just like the last few days of the month and it really won't affect you all that much. Okay, so anyway, having Mercury in your 7th house, okay, in Scorpio means an awful lot of conversations within your close relationships. And this would be the time. This is business, right, or friendship or romance. But it's the time for arrangements and agreements. So if you wanted to change anything within your relationship, now would be the time to do that. Get that out in the open. Do some talking here. Venus is in, let's see here. Venus moves into Libra on the 13th. There's a new moon in Libra on the 21st. And like I said, the Sun's here up until the 22nd, all in your 6th house. But when Venus leaves Libra, it will eventually move into Scorpio, into your 7th house. So whatever's going on now can be smoothed over eventually when Venus moves here next month, moves into Scorpio next month. But for now, with the planets in Libra in your 6th house of the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule, your house of health, and your house of service to others, okay? So there's this new moon here on the 21st could bring a new person into the workplace or a new policy or something that hopefully is for the better. It's something that maybe everyone wanted or was striving for, making some kind of changes within the workplace. It could also be the time of year where you go get some kind of checkup, this being the house of health. So when the Sun is here, could be like your annual checkup, and you're reminded of that by your insurance company or whomever. And this is also, again, the house of service to others, and that being someone needs your help. For some reason or other, they need a favor from you, and they ask you for your help, and in turn offer to do something for you, so both of you benefit from the arrangement, okay? And this could be happening with someone you work with. Could it even be happening, though, with a neighbor, someone in your neighborhood, or a sibling, something or other? But, it does, at this time, possibly may work out for the best, excuse me, for both of you. Okay, I do have to mention there's a full moon in Aries on the 6th in your 12th house. It's directly across from your 6th house of Libra. The 12th house being behind the scenes, activities by you or someone else, secrets and confidences, the house of charity, the house of confinement, the house of self-undoing, all kinds of fun stuff, right? So because this is happening behind the scenes, no one may, might not even be aware of it except for you. You may find out something possibly about something going on at work. It could be about a coworker, it could be about the company you work for, or it could be about something, if you were helping someone, you were in some kind of an arrangement with them, where, again, like I said, service to others. You may find out in a roundabout way that the reason this person asked you for help and not someone else was because they couldn't, or for whatever reason. It could be something like kind of delicate, you know, that maybe they didn't tell you about, but you found out about it anyways. So I imagine you probably just will keep your mouth shut about it. Anyway, so then when the sun moves into Scorpio on the 22nd, and let's see here, with Mars and Mercury already being here, that's where your focal point is on your close relationships. So you'll have a lot more contact with these people at this time. I do also have to mention, though, too, because of the 7th house, and then also with Pluto in Aquarius in your 10th house of your career and your public persona and all that anyway, you could have more contact with like government agencies or authority figures or someone that has a little bit of a say in whatever it is that you do, but it's like for legal reasons. So that's why it's usually like a government agency or someplace like that. Okay, just might want to just keep that in mind. Okay, and Pluto does turn direct on the 13th in Aquarius in your 10th house of your most public house, but it's basically your career and your public persona, and whatever it is that you do for a living will probably gradually change. Your position within that field will change in some way or other. And I keep saying, you know, whatever it is you're doing, you are altering some step or something or other within your livelihood that works out for like so well that it becomes standard and is adopted by everyone in your field. Okay, so they'll maybe name it after you. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. Then, okay, well, I do have to mention with Neptune is still in Aries, and it's retrograde, and it's falling back into Pisces on the 22nd, and last month Saturn fell back into Pisces. Okay, so you have, again, Neptune and Saturn in Pisces in your 11th house of friends, acquaintances, any group or organization that you belong to, and also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. This is your most sociable house. So this is socializing in person or online. And when these two planets were traveling here, you were probably having problems with a friend or a friend of a friend, more or less like an acquaintance that would try to thwart all your plans or sabotage your plans, or even someone in an organization that you belong to. They just like didn't want you to get ahead. Or you were kind of burdened with, within your group of friends, one of them bringing along their friend that was always like a real pain in the ass, and they seemed to be very deceptive. No one really knew all that much about them, and the way they talked, they were just like really full of shit. Okay, so that's back right now, but it's ending its transit here. Okay, so these planets, Neptune and Saturn, will move fully into Aries at the beginning of next year, and you won't have these two planets together again in your lifetime, okay, in Pisces together. So anyway, let's see here, that's, okay, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Taurus on the 8th and 9th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Scorpio. And those dates are the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling and speculation, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 31st. The best time for money is the 10th, 11th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 29th, 30th, and 31st. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 12th, 13th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for October. Happy Halloween. See ya.